If your list of the top production muscle cars does not include the Dodge Hellcat, I gotta question the validity of your list even being realistic. But until I dug in, I never realized some of the weird and truly incredible stuff about the Hellcat that not only caught me off guard, I'm willing to bet it does you too. So stay tuned and find out some Dodge Hellcat weird on today's episode of 5 Weird Things. Welcome to the channel. First, like, subscribe, and please share the channel. I first saw the Dodge Hellcat in a YouTube video of the North American International Auto Show, the NAIAS. That was back in 2014, and specifically they were showing the 2015 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat. That was when it was unveiled. Now it looked impressive, and time has shown that it is a little more impressive than even that. Alright, let's get into it. First, the things we all need to know, and there's a bit. The Dodge Hellcat is a high-performance variant of the Dodge Charger and Challenger models, built for those who think too much horsepower is just a myth. Introduced in 2015, the Hellcat lineup is known for its supercharged 6.2-liter HEMI V8 engine, aggressive styling, and the ability to leave a lengthy rubber signature on the pavement. Both the Dodge Challenger Hellcat and the Dodge Charger Hellcat feature the same heart-pounding powertrain options, but they cater to slightly different tastes. The Challenger Hellcat is a 2-door coupe rooted in classic muscle car heritage with a retro design and slightly lighter body. It's ideal for drivers who want a more traditional, performance-focused experience. Charger Hellcat, on the other hand, is a 4-door sedan, offering similar insane performance, with enough room to haul groceries, kids, or unsuspecting passengers who didn't realize they were getting into a 700-plus horsepower rocket. Power options? Across the Hellcat lineup, they vary. Now, the standard Hellcat produces 717 horsepower, enough to rival many supercars, and if that's not enough, Dodge offers the Hellcat Red Eye, or the Hellcat Jailbreak, which takes things up with additional customization options, and that's not even going into private performance houses. Now, no matter the version, the Hellcat is all about high-performance muscle with modern technology. It's not the most fuel-efficient or practical car on the road, but it was never meant to be. It's built for power, speed, and presence, and it delivers all three in a roaring, tire-shredding fashion. Everybody got that? Good. Weird thing number 5, the Hellcat name. Now, the naming process for the Dodge Hellcat was likely a part branding genius thing, but also part internal therapy session for horsepower-obsessed engineers. Before settling on the name that would strike fear into tires everywhere, Dodge had to find something that captured the essence of a car capable of turning gasoline into thunder. Now, the only name that I actually got several websites to confirm as a possible back before they settled on Hellcat was Catastrophe. I'm not kidding. That was a name that was like seriously under consideration. Now, while there's no official public list of runner-up names, you can often imagine the suggestions of Torque Monster, Octane Overkill, The Loud Decision. And some people probably threw out the Meow Machine as a joke, which may have ironically inspired the feline-themed Hellcat. Let's be honest, Kitty with anger issues didn't have the same ring. In the end, they borrowed the name from a World War II fighter plane, the Grumman F-6F Hellcat, a name already steeped in power, speed, and high-octane destruction. It made sense. After all, this wasn't just a car, it was a missile with cup holders. Now, the name Hellcat perfectly captures the car's wild, unapologetic spirit. It is a badge that says, I could have been practical, but where's the fun in that? And frankly, it fits like a supercharged glove. Weird thing number 4, celebrity owners. Now, the Dodge Hellcat is not your average celebrity car. It doesn't whisper luxury. It screams horsepower and makes tire smoke part of its aesthetic. Naturally, it's attracted a few famous names who enjoy their fame with a sight of burnt rubber. Vin Diesel, does that one really surprise you? The godfather of all things Fast and Furious, owns a Charger Hellcat. Because what else would Dom Toretto drive when he's not talking about family for the 800th time? Kevin Hart, despite being fun-sized, has a full-size Challenger Hellcat in his collection. It's proof that big horsepower comes in small packages, and maybe also a reminder that he likes his jokes and engines loud. John Jones, UFC legend and general powerhouse, has been spotted with a Hellcat too. It's fitting. Both he and the car are fast, dangerous, and not great at staying under the radar. Joining the list is Travis Scott, who customized his Hellcat to match his vibe: fast, loud, and impossible to ignore. And finally, there's Shaquille O'Neal, who needed a custom build just to fit. Because when you're 7'1", even your muscle car needs gains. Weird thing number 3. Dodge Hellcats with more power. Now, if you thought the Dodge Hellcat was the pinnacle of automotive power, think again. Dodge clearly doesn't believe in stopping at enough. The Hellcat family has several upgraded versions, each more ridiculous than the last. First, there's the Hellcat Red Eye, which bumps horsepower to a perfectly respectable 797 horsepower. It's enough to make sports cars weep, but still, you find yourself thinking, that's cute, now what's next? Enter the Hellcat Jailbreak with 107 horsepower. If you're the type that thinks 797 isn't quite the level of chaos you need, this version gives you more power and the freedom to customize it however you see fit. It's like Dodge's way of saying, sure, the Hellcat was already insane, but let's give you more so you can really make people question your decisions. And for those who want to go full wild power, Hennessy Performance offers a package to modify a Dodge Hellcat Red Eye to produce 1,000 horsepower. It's called the H1000 upgrade. That's insane. This upgrade is available for both the Challenger and Charger modes. You'll need an open road, a speed limit sign that's just a suggestion, and maybe a fire extinguisher or two, just in case. Weird thing number 2. The weird features. Now, the Dodge Hellcat is not just a muscle car. It's an exercise in controlled chaos, and its features make sure you know it. So let's start with the 2 keys. Because what's a car that can turn you into a reckless street racer without some safety precautions? The black key limits your engine to a mere 500 horsepower, so you can pretend you're being respectable. But when you're ready to unleash chaos, you grab the red key. It unlocks the full 707 horsepower potential, because why would you want 500 horsepower when you could have more than your car insurance premium? Then there's valet mode, because your car should not feel unsafe when it's being parked by someone who's just trying to figure out how to start it. Valet mode reduces power, limits top speed, and disables launch control. Basically Dodge's way of saying, we don't trust you to drive a 700 horsepower monster, so here's a tame kitten instead. And let's not forget the advanced electronics, like the power chiller, which keeps your supercharger cool, based on jet fighter technology. Because clearly, when your car is already sending power surges through the atmosphere, keeping the engine from overheating is just the next logical step. And finally, weird thing number 1. The Dodge Hellcat will never be called eco-friendly. Now, this car is not just about feeling fast, it's about being blatantly fast, and the specs back it up. With a 6.2-liter supercharged HEMI V8, the Hellcat kicks off at 707 horsepower, but you can upgrade to the 797 or the 807 with the Red Eye or the Jailbreak. Now, these numbers make the Hellcat a powerhouse, but it's also a heavyweight, tipping the scales at about 4,500 pounds. Sure, it's heavier than a lot of competitors, like the Ford Mustang GT or the Camaro SS. But when you have this much muscle, a little extra weight just means it's built to crush the competition. Literally. As for fuel, yeah, the Hellcat isn't exactly saving the planet. In the best case scenario, you might squeeze 22 miles per gallon out of the highway. But let's be real. You're probably closer to 12 to 14 miles per gallon if you're having any fun at all. Worst case scenario, about 8 miles per gallon if you're flooring it through every red light, kind of like sipping on premium gas while simultaneously burning stacks of cash. Now, if you hold down the accelerator, theoretically you burn through a full tank of gas in 11 minutes. And those tires, you better expect to replace them frequently. Before the insane torque and the 707 plus horsepower engine, the Hellcat's tires could wear out faster than a Fast and Furious movie marathon. Well, that's it for today's episode. I hope it either helped you make up your mind to buy a Hellcat or helped scare you the hell away from it. This is not a car to be iffy about. Do me a favor, watch more of my videos. I would greatly appreciate it. Take care, have a great day.